drug test. She failed the drug test for marijuana. It is what it is, man. I see a lot of people out there, taking up for, they don't want to hold her accountable. You got a lot of people out there that's, I guess, coming at her, and I'm kind of on both sides. I think that what happened was she always smoked weed, and I know we in the times where weed is more acceptable, but it's not like that everywhere. Everybody doesn't still feel like that. A lot of people have some catching up to do, and the Olympic Committee is one of these people. And marijuana is on their list of banned substances, and that's just what it is. It wasn't the United States track and field drug test. It wasn't a government drug test. It was the Olympic Committee drug test. She won the 100 meters at the USA trials. Therefore, that made her eligible to be in the Olympics. The Olympics soon after, maybe a week after, probably a couple weeks after, started administrating drug tests. And she probably failed multiple drug tests, because you fail one, they usually tell you to go back and take another one. Even some jobs do that. You'll fail one drug test, and they'll be like, depending on who you are or what you do, they'll be like, okay, or your excuse, they'll be like, okay, retake another drug test. So she probably failed 2 or 3 drug tests before it came out. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, why didn't the Olympic Committee brush that under the rug? And I agree, because the Olympic Committee has a lot to benefit from this. The Olympics in general, because she was the Ali of Frazier to Ali and Frazier. She was the other part of that card. The women's 100 meters was the main event of the whole Olympics. I don't care what your favorite sport is in the Olympics. There wasn't any hype in any other event in the Olympics besides, other than that 100 meters. There wasn't nothing that was topping that. There's nothing that was topping that. The men's 100 meters fails the comparison to the women's 100 meters, because the hype that was built around it. There's a lady in Jamaica. She's the favorite to win on 100 meters, and she's been winning in 100 meters. She's been dominating 100 meters. They've been dominating track for a long time. It wasn't just Usain Bolt. The women's been doing the same thing. And Sha'carri was our one. You know what I'm saying? She was the one that was supposed to change all that shit. I spent a lot of time on social media in my life hyping that shit up. Hyping it up. Introducing people to new runners. Like, oh, this girl is from Nigeria. She could win it too. Like, I'm really hyping this event up, because I want people to enjoy that sport. This sport doesn't really get the recognition that it deserves. Only once every 4 years, and that's during the Olympics. And even then, if there's no Usain Bolt breaking records, if there's no Michael Johnson, then people really not really interested. So, you had people like Maurice Green. He brought a lot of hype to the table. Carl Lewis, he brought a lot of hype to the table. Shelly Ann Price, she brought a lot of hype to the table, but not like Richardson. Shelly Ann Price is the lady from Jamaica. So, yeah, the Jamaicans are real happy that she failed this drug test. Matter of fact, it was the Jamaican media was the first one to report this to the world. That's why the Olympic Committee couldn't cover it up, because the Jamaican media, or whoever leaked that shit, was already on it. I went to Google last night and I'm like, who came out with this first? It wasn't anybody. No American media dropped it. At that time, it was just before CNN and before Fox and all these people, it was a Jamaican news outlet, and they loving that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't really see them winning the men's 100 meter, and the women's 100 meter was threatened by Sha'carri Richardson. Like their reign and dominance was over. Like this decade-long dominance of track and field was coming to an end, and they knew that. They knew that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Olympic Committee couldn't really sweep it under the rug, because the Olympic Committee and the Olympics itself could actually stand to benefit from Shelly Ann Price and Sha'carri Richardson running the 100 meter together. Because we don't know who gonna win. Sha'carri good, but Shelly Ann Price is good too. That's the old GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't slowing down. She got the number one time in the world. So, you know, I'm not saying that Sha'carri Richardson would have just came in there and washed them. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been to be honest, it could be somebody from the Bahamas. It could be a woman from the Bahamas people sleeping on, and she walk in there and walk all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of track and field. You know what I'm saying? We got the height. We built it. And when I mean we, I'm like, yeah, we, me and a bunch of other people, letting people on social media know, hey, this is about to go down. This is interesting. Y'all need to check this out. You know what I'm saying? This girl about to do something. She's a threat to FloJo's record. FloJo got a 30-year-old record. You know what I'm saying? She reminds us of FloJo. You know what I'm saying? She reminds us of Gail Divas. You know what I'm saying? These are all, you know, people who she reminded us of and let down. She let the, you know, let's keep it a bean. She let the world down. She let, you know, her country down. She let herself down. She let her team down. She let her opponents down. Cause you owe it to your opponent to bring the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, the Jamaican news outlet in the media is probably happy, and the country is probably happy. But I bet you Shelly Ann Price not happy, cause you want, as an athlete, as a dog, you wanna face your opponent at their best. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't see it like that, but I'm one of them people. If we gonna compete, I want you to be at your best. You know what I'm saying? I may talk a little shit to get you mad. I may talk a little shit to get you mad, to make sure you at your best, because when I beat you, I want to know there was nothing you could do about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? See, you know, people don't understand, like Jamaica, that's a poor country. They don't really have much to offer the world. But when people, other than like, you know, tourism and, you know, not even really like export. They can't really export a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's something they can hang their hat on, knowing that we had the fastest woman in the world and we had the fastest man in the world. And that's something they can hang their hat on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when something like that is out and about in the Olympics world, hell yeah, they gonna pick at that and they gonna let the world know, like, boo, let's get her out of here. You know what I'm saying? We may not win the world. We may not win the men's 100 meter, but we gonna win the women's 100 meter, and we can still hang our hat on the fact that Usain Bolt is the fastest man to ever walk this planet. I've been to Jamaica. I went on, like, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I took like a 5 to 7 day trip to Jamaica, and they were like, the things that they hung their head on was their marijuana, their lifestyle, and the fact that Usain Bolt was from their country. You know what I'm saying? They had the fastest man, the fastest woman in the world. You know what I'm saying? Had a little slight debate with a guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, he found out I was a big track and field fan. So, you know, he was kind of like playing with me, like, ha, you know, we faster than y'all and shit like that. They really hang their hat on that shit, you know. And I wasn't really salty, but you know, when this year, when Sha'carri Richardson came about and she became known for what she was doing and she became a threat to their crown, I instantly thought to that day that I had that little back and forth with that man in Jamaica, from Jamaica. I remember his face and everything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I want to say, man. She just let a lot of people down, you know. Most importantly, she let her and her team down. I understand her mama just passed away, so she let her mama down. That lady that she hugged was her grandmother when she won the USA trials in the 100 meter. She let that lady down, man. Ain't nothing wrong with holding people accountable. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. You know what I'm saying? She let people down. She let me down. You know what I'm saying? She let herself down. That's just what it is, man. You know, I understand people be like, oh, that's okay, and nah, it's not okay. It's really not. It's really not okay. You know what I'm saying? Because the next Olympic trials are 3 to 4 years from now. We don't know what could happen to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be like the Olympics are every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what could happen to her in that span of time. You know, a lot of people fall off like tracking. Like, when you gotta hit when the iron's hot, and the iron is hot for her. You know what I'm saying? But man, that's all I wanted to say about the Sha'carri Richardson thing. You know, it is what it is. You know, I know she gonna bounce back. I'm pretty sure she gonna bounce back. She young, and she's talented. You know what I'm saying? So that she got that going for her. She just needs to take this as a learning lesson. You know, seek some counseling. Talk to Tyrann Mathieu from that played for the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, talk to him. You know, talk to what's that boy that used to swim? He used to swim for the Olympics and everything. A white boy. Talk to him. You know, he got banned for like 6 months for marijuana use. I forgot his name, but he was banned for like 6 months for marijuana use. Man, you know, counseling, man. The world getting ready, but they ain't really ready for that. You know, for athletes to be smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know, so that's all I wanted to say, man. Just keep y'all heads up, man. Like, tell her to keep her head up, and she'll be alright, man. We just that, man. I worked at building hype for this stuff, and I'm just let down, bro. I really let down, bro. Now I gotta watch the Jamaican lady run across the finish line again, first, again. You know what I'm saying? There's a girl out of Nigeria. She's a threat. But I don't know, was that time that she ran at the Nigerian trials? It could have been her peaking. It could have just been her peak. Oh, she may not never run that time again. But we knew Sha'carri, we didn't know what she was. We didn't know she peaked. We knew she didn't peak because she's too young to peak. She might have peaked for the season, but we never know, man. We'll never know, bro. And, you know, I know the island in Jamaica is like, yeah, we need this, you know what I'm saying? But if you're a dog, then you agree with me. You want your opponent on the court, on the track, on the field, wherever you at. And when you get them there, you want them to be the best that they could be. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say about Sha'carri Richardson. Hold your head up, baby girl. I'm still your biggest fan. I'm just disappointed in you right now. But I know that's nowhere near the disappointment that you have in yourself right now. So, I mean, you don't owe me shit, but you owe yourself everything. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to your mama. You owe her a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's a lot she sacrificed to get you to track practice. You know what I'm saying? Your grandmother, whoever, you know, the lady you hug, whoever. You know, that lady, like, embarrassed right now. But look, it's really a small thing. It's really a small mistake. It's just that the consequences that you're paying for are just so big right now. That's the only thing. Smoking weed is not a big major thing. It's not, to me, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody doing it, but you know, that's just the rules that we live by. You know, we got rules and constraints. You know, it's the Olympic Committee. It's not the United States government. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got standards and shit you gotta live by. You know? It just is what it is. So that's all I wanted to say for the 8th time. That's for the 8th time. That's all I wanted to say. Man, just still tune in, bro. Still tune in, bro. It's gonna be nice. You never know, we might get somebody that can come out there and take the crown, man. And take that one to be the crown for the Jamaicans, man. And shout out to Jamaica, bro. I know I'm on here and I hope they don't, you know, I hope y'all don't perceive me as saying anything negative about the Jamaicans. That's not what I'm trying to get at. I love Jamaica. I've been there. I want to go back. But I like being a winner. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not competing, you know, I like for us to be the winners.